Alright everyone, welcome back to Cyclonials. Just gonna continue with the story. I did a little thinking, but I probably I know I elaborated on that in the editing last time. I don't think... Huh. Jubilite Manifesto. Okay, so astral projection? Is that what's going on here? Or did she die? Or is it a dream? Could easily just be a dream, too. Your work is unfinished. That was a hell of a dream. Yeah, okay, it was a dream. You haven't had one like that in years, not since all that terrible stuff was happening in your life. Not since your dad was sick and you were deliriously hammering away at your manifesto. So it's not surprising the dream included both. You hate dreaming about him, always with the body horror shit. And then at the end, the strange man floating in space, the ephemeral muse himself. Would he really be back? Wait, what time is it? Oh god, it's dark. How long did you black out? Looks like Abby's already tried messaging you a couple times. Your head hurts and your mouth still tastes like cheese-flavored barf. Wow, you look like fucking shit. Thanks. Everything okay? I puked in a pot of macaroni and fell asleep for a few hours. Now it's dark. Really productive day all around. Oh yeah, I also have some vague recollection of tormenting a semi-local simp who slid into my DMs. Lol, slid? I saw your thirst trap, fool. It seemed unusually desperate, even by your standards. Made me worry. So you started pelting my unconscious body with chat invites. It's cool, you're my mom now. Well, somebody has to be. The hag who physically birthed you fucked off, right? The fucking off was mutual. When was the last time she talked to you? Not since the incident. Works fine for me. You can be my mom. You're hotter and have much more clout anyway. True, true. As if I could spare a single precious second of my day for ugly bitches. Lamau, whereas ugly men are obviously a different story. Obviously. Is Post Malone still your lock screen? Yeah. You've got this shit all backwards. The nasty NSFW art should be your lock screen and Post should be the unlock. So much more embarrassing and obscene if anybody catches you in public with your Post on your phone. So you've said. You're right, of course, but I don't give a shit. I love him. He's a sublime gargoyle, an exquisite heap of human garbage, the perfect affront to all my senses. Your taste is so bad, you're completely unfathomable. It's like you need a 0 or a 10 and that's it. Anything between, you're like contemptuously asexual. Not inaccurate. What about this simp you were toying with? How'd he look? Average, a little below maybe. Real Uncanny Valley stuff, totally standard reply boy fare. He might have been nice though, I don't remember. Lol, they're always nice, doesn't mean shit. I know. You said he's local? You going anywhere with this or pulling the plug? The latter, I'm sure. Maybe you should modify your standards a bit and reel him in. We're in fucking quarantine lockdown, Abby. So? This thing is all kinda overblown. We aren't supposed to like go to concerts and shit and get sneezed on by huge groups of people or whatever. I don't see much harm in hanging out with a few people on an individual basis from time to time. And by this, I assume you mean... You think I haven't been keeping myself entertained? I still have people all over the time, I still have people over all the time. Pretty dumb shit, Abs. What, you surprised? To hear you're still an atrocious slut? Not at all. But your parents are supposed to be the ones claimed by the boomer remover, not you. You can't just die off before you take all their money. Please don't do that to me. I'll be fine. I'll get a little cough and that's it. Big deal. Oh, wait. Maybe then I can infect them? Oh, actually, now you're using your fucking brain for once. God! The problem is that I know people who or I've seen people who talk like this about purposefully getting the virus and infecting people. It's so fucked up. Seriously though, when's the last time you hooked up with anybody? I seem to remember you were very busy, what, last summer? I guess that was the last time. Haven't really been in the mood since. You kept updating me on the revolving door of weird dudes you were picking up from the restaurant. I missed that. The good stories were so good. But the stories were so good. Yeah, it was a real circus in here for a while. But I don't need shit like that in my life at the moment. Did your boss even know you were picking up her gross male customers? As far as I know, she never found out. Doesn't matter. She's dead now anyway. What? Did you hear something, or...? No. It's just the reality I've chosen to believe in. Pretty sure I'm quitting that job even if she reappears. I don't give a fuck anymore. Good move. I highly recommend not having a job and never planning to have one in the future ever. You're rich. I also highly recommend being rich. Working on it. Not hard enough, apparently. You got a straight shot to riches right here, bitch. Just marry into my fortune. Won't even make you sign a prenup. That's super generous, but no thanks. Oops. I want to make my millions the honest way, by helping you rip off your parents. Yeah, but all that does is give me their money, whereas, where does that leave you without the marriage certificate, huh? Oh, that's easy. You'll just give it to me because you wanna. I mean, yeah, probably. Z, I'll miss that restaurant if you never go wait tables there again. I won't. It's where we met, remember? Yup. Why didn't you pick me up that day, huh? Why'd you have to friend zone me so hard? Fucking brutal. Because you're an ugly rich cunt and I probably thought you looked smelly that day. Bullshit. You dragged every sewer creature you waited on back to your place. Every sewer creature you waited on back to your place. Lol. And you have the audacity to call me a slut. You are. So are you. I'm not really a slut per se, so much as a person with an especially punitive set of self-harming patterns. Well, if you hate yourself so much, why not, self-harm a bit with me sometime? Because I'm a filthy homophobe. This is a matter of public record, remember? Lol, no you're not. Sure I am. I hate gays. No you don't. Well, you're gay and I hate you. I'm not even gay! You're gay enough. Don't erase my bisexuality. I'll erase whatever the fuck I want. Wow, I like it. If we ever actually slept together, I'd fucking annihilate your bisexuality. You'd become a permanent lesbian. Whoa! Z! This is getting out of hand. This will never happen, Abby. I am deeply committed to being a problematically homophobic heterosexual piece of shit who sometimes enjoys the company of ambiguously reptilian men. Besides, you're my mom, remember? Oh yeah. I can't exactly fuck my mom, now can I? I'm deep enough into cancellation purgatory as it is. Yeah, I would never do that to you. As my daughter, you are my responsibility. Hey, seeing as we now clearly no longer care about quarantine, so that I can catch this disease ASAP and kill my parents, why don't you come over tonight? I can cook something for you. Probably something better than macaroni barf. I don't know. Come on, my place is huge and expensive and extremely empty. Doesn't that sound better than wallowing in your nasty little depression cave? I guess. Maybe you could snap some content on my by the beach tomorrow? You know how the simps always love the beach shit? Yeah. But I don't think I'll be putting up content like that anymore. I'm thinking of revamping the whole brand. Oh? Yeah, I just had this crazy fucking dream. It was so wild. I think my subconscious was trying to tell me something important. I don't know if it's a good idea technically, but I think I'm obligated to do it now. The shit was too powerful to just write off. Do what? Remember my manifesto? Oh god, that thing? Yeah, I know. It's all pretty out there, but I think there's something to work with there. Well, if it gets you to come over here and helps you pull yourself together, then I'm all for it. I support you no matter what. What a pal. The true test of friendship is if you can humor each other's manifestos. Well, you humor mine, don't you? Oh yeah, I'm all about fucking about the truth of Jim Hook's secret romance, or Jim Cook's secret romance. Lol, J-Cook actually, but yes, thank you for your crucial support. I will say, your place is the fucking bomb. Do you think your parents will vacation there again this summer? Or are they Rona spooked like everyone else? Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they hunkered down at the family compound all summer. Good riddance if so. It still amazes me they're okay with you just squatting in their $10 million vacation home, like, permanently. The fuck are they even gonna do about it? I have the keys and I'm a grown woman. I'm a grown woman who does as she pleases. No arguing with that. Bet they must feel like they're getting a great return on that Harvard biz degree they bought you. Yeah, fuck that. I'm gonna do some numbers, motherfuckers. My brand is popping. Something tells me they're unimpressed by your meteorically accumulated clout. Yeah, they take a huge boomer shit all over it any chance they get. I really remember what they like, or I really wonder what they wanted? What were they picturing? I'd leave school and slide into an Amazon VP spot or some shit. They probably could have made something like that happen if you were so inclined. I mean, maybe, but what the fuck do they think business is? I'm doing business here. People like my brand. This is how you make shit happen. Like, I can build on this to do whatever. Like, later, I don't even need my fucking degree. Or like, later, I didn't even have... At least you finished it. Which mainly served the purpose of staving off their massive disappointment in you. Instead, they're only mildly disappointed. Yeah, I'm sorry about all that. It's alright. I ended up saving them a lot of money by psychologically imploding halfway through. MIT is actually super expensive if you weren't aware. Oh yeah, one time my parents looked into buying it. I mean tuition, you buffoon. I know! God, Z. Remember we promised to always know when we were joking? Oh yeah. Anyway, it's not like they had the kind of money your parents did to throw at an expensive vacation. They had to work hard for that, as they reminded me often. I'll be an eternal failure to them, which means they're failures too. Oh well, the problem half solved itself, so who really gives a fuck? Huh? I strongly recommend having at least one dead parent. Oh... 2 is ideal, but what can you do? Aside from contemplating casual biological warfare? Yeah. My mom would never succumb to the Rona, though. Not her style. Still so funny to me that your plan to get away from all that life drama was to come here of all places. All melodramatically, like, fuck this life. I'm running away to an island. Which makes you think of, like, a remote island in the Pacific or something? Yeah, I mean, that was the plan. At one point I was looking at Guam. Then I settled on Fiji as the ideal getaway place, but that didn't really pan out. Fiji sounds nice. Yeah, Fiji's the fucking shit. But then you just hopped on a ferry to the nearest island possible. It was cheap. Or, remember. Lol, you think she, like, keeps up with you? Like, spies on your accounts? I'm sure Mom has no idea they even exist. It was almost a moot point, though. Before my insane dream, I was thinking about just deleting them all. What? I just get that way sometimes. Aside from my crazy ideas, which should probably never see the light of day, I'm actually just so fucking boring. No, you're funny! You're such an untapped resource, it's a crime you've been going to waste. I know what you've been through. No, I know you've been through some shit, but there are ways to rebound from that. I kind of relate, personally, with just kind of like the being so fucking boring part. Like, I'm trying not to say too much, because as much as my job technically is to make commentary, I feel uncomfortable making commentary on this as I go, because it's a bit close to home. Like, I'm not a shitty person or anything, but I relate to, like, half of the shit that's going on in this girl's life, because a lot of it's just the kind of shit that you go through when you're online and being a content creator of any kind. This is such it's such a mix of feelings, because in some ways I identify with Z here, But there's like some really fucked up shit that she does that, God, I can only say is the result of extreme political polarization and her being a victim of that. Again, in a way, I kind of relate to that too, but like in a different way. I stopped being a socialist, for example, a long time ago because I realized, wow, that's fucking stupid. Yeah, but I still agonize stupidly, and wonder if I should just question the source of this torment. The internet is fucking insane. It just sits there as a bedeviling temptation, this massive, ominously humming wall of satanic potential, just beckoning you, constantly. Satanic potential? I don't know about that. Maybe. But as a Satanist, I take objection to that. If you aren't using it in some way to make yourself, make something of yourself or value or elevate your identity somehow, it makes you feel like you're missing a huge opportunity or something, or even wasting your life. It's like you were just saying, like, I'm so funny, and therefore it's a waste if I just fucking log off. But a waste of what? The system makes me feel like I'm wasting a resource by withholding myself from the system. But what if the system is what's wasting me? Damn. So maybe I should listen to the sane voices in my head instead of the insane ones. Like, forget that weird dream, just delete all this shit and try to get my life together in a more normal way. That's all totally fair, I hear you, but even if you wanted to go full normie, it's not like society is even functioning normally now anyway. God damn it. Yeah, you're right. Not trying to invalidate you here, just saying, like, wait, hang on. Before you decide on anything, I want to show you something. Oh shit, you just followed me on Main? Yeah. You sure you're ready to take this kind of heat? I did it just after we talked. I felt like a fucking tool, but nobody's even noticed yet, lol. Maybe it'll never even come up. Wait. Z69 Clown Boner 420. Okay. I don't know, I must have missed that earlier. Yeah, you're a paranoid bitch. So am I, maybe. Probably been overthinking this. Also, I decided something else. If you really do decide to relaunch your brand, even if it's a bunch of crazy shit, I'll give you some shoutouts. I don't care if people think it's weird. That's what friends do, they support each other. Wow. Don't worry about figuring it out now, though. Just come over. I'm bored and I miss you, and you need to eat something real for a change. Lol. Alright. I'll head over. Yay! But don't drive drunk. Oops. Get a lift or something, or I can just pick you up. Don't worry, Mom. I'm fine. The nap sobered me up. You promise? Yeah. Okay, heading out. You kill the video chat. It leaves a loud silence behind. Maybe it's the sound of the ominously humming well of satanic potential you just described to your friend. A sound you can hear all the time, but only now are you paying close attention to. Everything you said to her was true, of course. You believe it with every fiber of your being. The internet is evil. You have always known this. And the louder the silence gets, the more you begin to wonder if it's the only thing you've ever truly believed with any real passion. Aside from all of this, of course. Alright, maybe you aren't as sober as you led Abby to believe. Still, you should be good to drive. You grab your manifesto. You'll need to spend a few days brushing up on the material if you're serious about this, which you're still not sure if you are yet, but it won't hurt to bring it along and start reading. As you exit your apartment, you can't shake the feeling that everything is about to change. Maybe it's the fact that you haven't been out in a long time, but leaving your depression nest tonight carries the uncanny feeling of stepping into the unknown. You're glad you took your manifesto, if only because leaving empty-handed would make you feel vulnerable. As it stands, you suppose this the closest thing to a weapon you've ever had. Oh boy. Dumbass. Wow. Not the smartest thing you could have done. Yeah, that's probably the stupidest shit you could have done. I mean, throwing the cop car into the water, shorting out the camera so the footage will never surface, I guess that's smart enough. But 2020, cops have body cams. Oh, I guess it's the end of chapter 1. Damn, I could have just fucking continued and rounded out an entire hour for the last video. I guess I just kind of needed time to mentally absorb what I read last time. Interlude 1. Alright. So you just killed a cop and dumped his car in the ocean. Nice going, genius. The cold hand of justice will close around your throat soon enough. Whatever it is that justice even means these days. Maybe justice is what happens whenever people with power manage to punish whoever was trying to fight back a little for once. Maybe that's why you need a little more power of your own. Enough power to claim justice is what's happening when you're the one settling the score. Or maybe what you need is even simpler than that. Maybe what you need is the power of choice. So what will you do, Zen? Or Jen? You're a fugitive now, and it only seems 2 choices are available. You can turn yourself in, or you can run. Run like the wind and hide. Find Abby, dry yourself off, bury yourself in your work, and figure it all out later. Which will it be? Oh, hey. We've got a chance to make an option here. No, let's just surrender. Lol, sorry. I should have mentioned. The ability to make meaningful choices in this story can only be unlocked by a true successor. Unfortunately, that's not you. Not quite yet, at least. Don't worry, though. I'll check in again later when you've made a little more headway with this mess you've got yourself into. Until then, do whatever comes naturally, I guess. I'm sure it'll all work out. Lamau. Alright, cool. Invisible narrator makes the choices for you. Chapter 2, Franxis. Well, we'll get a ways into Chapter 2 and then end it. You stand soaked and freezing, alone at the steamboat wharf at night. You just checked Uber, and no drivers are currently available, which you could have guessed might be the case at this hour during a pandemic. Maybe you didn't fully think this plan through. No, you shouldn't second-guess what you did just because of some momentary sogginess. You review the facts. A nasty cop fired a bullet at an unarmed drunk girl who just crashed into a tree. The bullet missed but traveled directly through her painstakingly written manifesto, which really might as well have been like taking a bullet straight through the heart. What sort of author would you be if you didn't feel this way? So you did what had to be done. You checked the dead cop for a body camera, but he didn't appear to be wearing one. Fair enough. You're not sure if the sleepy NPD even uses those. Well, you thought they were sleepy at least. You guess all police forces in quiet summer colonies seem sleepy until the bullets start flying toward drunk girls armed to the teeth with manifestos. But that squat car surely had a dashboard camera, so you had to do something. What were you going to do? Shoot the gas tank and blow up the car? That only works in the movies. And the water is right there. You're completely surrounded by this stuff, actually. Now the only evidence linking you to the scene is your wrecked car, registered to your name in the immediate vicinity of a dead cop without a squad car. Okay, that sounds pretty incriminating when you put it that way. You'll have to think about how to handle that, but more importantly, you really need to get out of here. You check Uber one more time. Now it says there's a ride available, 6 minutes away. That's a relief. It'll give you some time to improvise an alibi. You dial 911 and think about what you're going to say before hitting the dial button. The dispatcher picks up and asks about your emergency. You try to sound calm because it's not a real emergency, not when it comes to the role you're playing right now. You're still cozy and warm in your apartment. You just don't know where your car is. Hey, I don't know if this is a real emergency. I just didn't know where else to call. I'm pretty sure my car was stolen today. The dispatcher goes through the motions, asking for your name and other relevant information. No reason to hold anything back. You want them to know who you are so they can rule you out when they find the body in the wreck. Then you continue weaving your improvised story. Yeah, so I think it might have been my abusive ex-boyfriend. He's been snooping around lately and has a spare set of keys. Fucker never gave them back to me. The dispatcher asks about him. Damn, you didn't think this far ahead. You continue spinning. Oh, his name? Sorry, I don't know if... I'm pretty scared of him. Not sure if I want to be on the record ratting him out. Don't you have, like, some witness protection shit I can do? The dispatcher explains that isn't really how that works, but they can send an officer over in the morning so you can file a police report. Oh, wow. No, I don't think, You really need to end this call soon before the wheels completely fall off this attempted alibi. Hey, can I text photos to you? To 911 or the police? How do I do that? Dispatcher provides you with a number to text, and you hang up. Your mind races to the right play. You panic and send the most recent photo which comes to mind. That probably was not the best idea. Maybe you should have just hung up after saying you were scared to give his name, but you just had to go further with the bullshit. Witness protection program? What the hell was that? Oh well, it's done. It's a small wrinkle in your alibi, but you think you've easily done enough to leave the police feeling confused about what happened tonight. I don't know about that. Your Uber's here, not a moment too soon. You're freezing and exhausted. Somehow, role-playing on the phone with a first responder has been more psychologically draining than the exchanging gunfire with one. Whoa, I can't believe you actually came. I've just been watching my phone all night waiting for you to tell me you can't make it after all. Get in here, there's plenty to eat. I made... Z? Are you okay? Why are you so wet? You looked soaked. Oh, yeah, I fell in a puddle on the way over. Lol, you're right. I was too drunk to drive, so I just took an Uber. It's hard to find a ride at this time of night. Oh yeah, I bet. So you fell in a puddle? And got soaked head to toe? It was a big fucking puddle. Jesus. Why don't you go clean up? You can grab anything from my room to change into something dry. Yeah, dry sounds good. Okay, I'll be right here. I'll heat you up some dinner when you get back. Oh, Mao, God, you poor thing. You're having a rough day, aren't you? Don't worry, you made the right call coming over. I'll take care of you. Thanks, Mom. I think Abby knows something is up now. You can't bring yourself to tell her yet. Tonight was too much. You just need an evening to unwind without making Abby freak out about your cop murder. You're sure you'll get around to telling her later if you can think of the right way to break it to her. She's been too good a friend to saddle her with the disastrous karma you can't seem to avoid stockpiling. Or perhaps you aren't stockpiling karma so much as dharma. Or maybe it's some chaotic juxtaposition of the two concepts. Maybe you've been key-mashing your whole way through life, and only now is your soul reaping the autocorrected consequences of this haphazard practice. Gotta ditch this. You stashed it in one of their bottom drawers underneath some drunk. She'll probably never look in here. You guess you could have tossed the gun too, sent it to a watery grave along with the squad car. But now you're technically a fugitive. You trust the future even less than you did at the start of the day. There's no guarantee you won't need this again later. You didn't ask for this shit. Yeah, you guess you shouldn't have been driving drunk, but you should have, but why should that mean you're suddenly dodging bullets from one of NPD's finest? Whatever, the pig is dead, but you know the matter isn't done with by a long shot. It'll keep haunting you unless you start fighting back. This was the gift that the departed officer gave you tonight. An albatross that'll hang around your neck for the rest of your life. You suddenly decide not to see it that way. The true gift he gave you was resolve. You're so pissed about it. Now you know you're on the right track. Your ambivalence about rebooting your brand is completely gone now. In its place is the same rage and disgust which led you to write your manifesto in the first place. Rage and disgust for injustice, for the systemic evils of this nation, for the weakness and compliance which quell the righteous outrage of its citizens. And now, several years after its completion, there's even more to be mad about. Persecution from the miserable wretches online who canceled you. The ensuing mental breakdown which caused your life to spiral until you ended up on this island. And now on top of all that, an almost certain shitstorm brewing from law enforcement once they start piecing together what happened tonight. Well, they can do their worst. All the dirtbags out there can have you at you soon enough, because you won't be hiding for much longer. Your brand is about to get a very serious facelift, and once you step into the spotlight again, from now on, people are going to find it a lot harder to ignore what you have to say. You and Abby have a lot of work to do tomorrow. And I think that's where we'll call it. We'll overwrite that save. And, oh man, this might piss a person or two off, but, so obviously Cyclonials isn't taking place in the Homestuck universe, but, even still, getting real Prince of Hope vibes from this girl. Boy, oh boy, Prince of Hope. Wouldn't that be something? Seems to completely destroy all of her own positive emotions. All the time. Yes, Hussie, if you're watching this, you will never be able to escape the Homestuck. You're here forever. And apparently a lot of people on Tumblr hate you. Anyways, that sucks, and I'm still hoping Cyclonials gets a lot better. I mean, it's fine now, I don't hate it, but I've been waiting to see for quite some time what would happen if Andrew Hussie were allowed to just write his own thing without external input. A lot of people say about Homestuck that it got worse after Act 5, or it started getting worse halfway into Act 6 when other people started getting involved. I've never felt like I agreed with that entirely, but it became clear after the canon wrapped up that something was going desperately wrong. There are too many cooks in the kitchen with Homestuck. And as much as I do really like some of the people who've been working on it, it's got some problems. And there's a sizable portion of fandom that agrees with that. So Cyclonials has very much been my chance to get back to just Andrew Hussie, his style of writing, his stories. You know, to get away from all of the static that comes from bringing other people in to help write your universe. And, that's been making me think, at least. No, I think that's where I'm going to end the video. Thank you. I'm not going to ramble on anymore. Thank you so much for being here. I know Andrew Hussie isn't going to watch this. That'd be fucking stupid. Alright, have a fantastic day. If you like what I do here on YouTube, it would mean the world to me if you would hit that like button and leave a comment in the comment section below. Nothing makes a channel on YouTube grow like interaction with the media, but you just being here means the world to me. Thank you so much.
So tell me, are we better off drinking one more glass to keep us from